Yeah.
Well, why don't you take prasad first? Then I
Um,
can.
I don't know how long Ajay can stay. He has to leave. He said, I don't know what time he plans to stay for.
I can stay another 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Ajay can stay for another hour, Maharaj. Maybe. What should we do?
Where is the guy?
He's on the. He's down here.
Oh, Haribol. Ajay Prabhu Haribol.
Thank you so much, Another Pranam.
I have not seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, good project. Actually, my Guru Maharaj from India also started the classes on Saturday.
He's here?
No, online.
Online.
Yeah, so that's why I couldn't attend the Saturday's classes.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and also given task of translating from verses from Telugu to English. Translation some verses of my Guru Maharaj quotes from Telugu to English. Um, Translating,
Huh?
I was given a task, even translating the quotes of my Guru Maharaj to English.
English, okay.
Yeah. So I was working on that them also.
Okay.
Yeah, and also my job was going here and there. That's another thing going on. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, it's very nice to see you again.
yeah, sure.
Happy. Thank you all so much. You're always coming to associate and assist
Yeah.
with uh, Krishna Kesava Prabhu.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that very much. Our dear friend.
Yeah.
And is that Tony Pradhan?
Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna, Tony.
Hare Krishna.
Hi, Prabhu. Yes, thank you also
Thank
for
you.
always helping Krishna Kesava Prabhu. We
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
He comes by himself and does everything. He's cooking and he's preaching and he's distributing books
Yeah.
and distributing prasad. And his mom, of course, she is always helping also.
Yeah.
My dandavats to you all.
Mm.
My health has not been so good,
Oh.
so I don't come uh, so often. But now he can take me in his phone
Mhm.
wherever he takes his phone. He can take me now.
That works just fine, Maharaj.
Huh?
That works just fine.
It works just fine.
Your health
Yes.
and safety is most important. So
Yeah.
seeing
Well,
you on the screen is just fine.
yeah. And we try to do what we can according to our capacity and ability.
Since when, Maharaj, you're
I'm
not well?
sorry.
Since when you're not well?
Since when? I've been sick for a while now. Got to critical stage, and then I met one Ayurvedic doctor,
Mm.
and that seems to be helping. Our medicines are very good, and it seems to be helping me.
Nice.
Especially the past couple of days, I've been taking the medicines, and it helps to lower the diabetes, sugar,
Yeah.
and now I can get more to normal stage, and I can do normal things like normal people.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
But anyhow, that's Krishna's mercy.
Yeah.
Whatever plan he has, we are just a puppets of his plan.
Yeah.
And we try. That doesn't bother us so much. Whatever plan he has, that's up to him. That's his business. And our business is always to serve. Always try to serve, no matter what
Mm.
circumstance we are put in. Devotee has only one thought: how to please Krishna. Always thinking of Krishna.
Mm.
Uh, that I was looking for one verse today that I remembered. Everyone is searching for Krishna. Oh, 1 minute. If I can find that now. Searching for that verse. Let's read one verse. Maybe you know this one, Ajay Prabhu. When in the Bhagavatam, huh? In the Bhagavatam, let's see these verses. 9, 4, 68. 9th canto, 4th chapter, 68 verse.
Mm.
And Prabhupada is explaining that what Krishna says as far as where to find Krishna. Where do we find Krishna?
Mm.
People are looking for, searching for Krishna. But where do we find? Where does he live?
Mm.
So here he says, Sadhavo Hridayam Maham, Sarunam Hridayam Tvaham, Man Anyate Najanati, Naham Tebyo Managapi. It meaning is, you heard this one before, Ajay?
Yeah, Maharaj, I did. But I remembered the meaning, but I'm not sure it's the same. I remembered Krishna saying, "I don't live in the hearts of sannyasis or in the tapasvi, but I live where devotees are there."
Yes, yeah. Sadhavo Hridayam. The sadhus are in my heart, and the sadhus have me in their heart.
Yeah.
The sadhus are in my heart, and the sadhus have me, Krishna, in their heart. And then he says, Mad anyate na janati. And they don't know anything but me.
Hmm.
They don't know anything but me. When you meet a sadhu, all he talks about is Krishna. I heard that Inga said he talks about the same thing all the time. he go, Krishna Kesava's father. He says, why listen to him? He's talking about the same thing all the time. Yes,
Yes, he
all
said.
devotees. So
Even my
devotees only. Huh?
I told him that it's good that he's preaching the truth and it's consistent.
So then devotees only know Krishna, and then Krishna says, I only know my devotees. He doesn't think about other people. Krishna thinks about his devotees, and his devotees only think about him. That reciprocal relationship is there. Therefore, to find a devotee is the most important thing. It's finding God.
Yeah.
You are looking for Krishna, where to find in the devotee, in the heart of a devotee. There you can find Krishna. And he's always talking about. What he's always talking about, that is Krishna. And you can learn about Krishna from that. And what he is doing, that is always always following the will of Krishna. No separate will. And no separate will. Because he's always thinking of Krishna. Krishna always thinking of him. There's no separate will. It's a different will, no doubt, but is surrendered. Devotee says, thy will be done. So we can always take the advice from the devotees, pure devotees. Their advice is always Krishna's advice. We don't know what to do, then we have to ask, what should I do? From the devotees. And they can engage us. And they only have one thing in their mind, to engage us in the will of Krishna also, following the will of Krishna. That's called service. Yes? Following the will of Krishna. They are following, and all they ask from others is to follow also. So many devotional activities are there under the guidance of the devotees. If we don't have that connection, then we must ask from those devotees who have that connection. And then we can act properly. That's all. A very simple process. We don't ask anything else. So what are the devotees doing? What is Krishna willing? He is saying, chant Hare Krishna and take prasad and tell others about this, that this is their life. The real life purpose will be fulfilled by these simple things. You don't have to stand on your head. You don't have to do yoga. You don't have to do any work, hard work. You only have to chant Hare Krishna and take prasad, and in that way keep the association of the devotees. Good devotees, real devotees, are those who are carrying out the will of Krishna. They're not carrying out their own will. That's not good. They may think, what kind of life is that? That is a real life. Foolishly, we think we're independent. But what have you done in your independent life? What accomplishment have you made? Following your own will, you do this, then that, then this, then that. But what is the ultimate result? You can't even give good advice to others. All your advice is do what you want. Do whatever you want. That is not good advice. Letting people suffer in ignorance of what is the real purpose, what is the real meaning. That is not good way to live. And others will not benefit from that. Sadhu Sang, Sarva Shastra. All the scriptures are saying, associate, take advice, take direction, make service with the devotees. Use your life, your energy in service of the devotees, because they are serving Krishna. And when you please them, then Krishna is pleased. And when you criticize them, some people want to criticize the devotees. They do not realize they are hurting not only the devotees, but they are hurting Krishna. What kind of person is that? Who wants to hurt Krishna? These are called demons. Not very good people. They want to hurt Krishna and they want to hurt those who try to serve him. Then that is the anti-devotee. They cannot do anything in their own lives to make themselves happy or others happy. Rather, they will mislead, causing pain, ignorance, and ultimately death. Meaningless death, they will die like the animals. Animals are living also, and they're having so many different things, activities in their lives. But they don't know anything about sadhu or God. So we should not live like that. We have to understand properly what is the proper conception of life. And that we learn through sadhu. So people are searching for something, searching for Krishna. That searching ends when we come to sadhu. Then we must simply follow, take their advice seriously. Don't come just as what do you say, by a pastime, just passing your time. Take it very seriously. Very seriously, it's a very serious business. We don't like people who just come to us and just want to be socialized. Or coming to socialize? No, that is not our business. Or coming to learn? are coming to serve, who are coming to make progress in their spiritual life, to make progress toward Krishna, toward God. Not simply to waste time. Not their time, not our time. So sometimes we must be very strict because people don't understand and are trying to give them their highest benefit. And sometimes people come and then they go like nothing, like it was coming to visit some ordinary person. When Saraswati Thakur held a festival in honor of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, people were coming from all over, many places, and meat eaters, everybody, even devotees, everyone was coming from all different places. And when the meeting was over, they all started going home. And Saraswati Thakur was shocked. He was hurt. He was pained. Why are you coming and going now? You're just coming now, you're going. You're cheaters. You came, I'm giving you the highest thing, and then you're leaving. Just like that. That is cheating. He thought like that. Just cheating yourself. You're cheating me. Don't you understand what I'm saying? What I'm giving? What my Guru Dev is giving through me? What Krishna is giving through me? Krishna is infinite. How he will speak to you finite? Except through Guru, the mouth of Guru. He uses Guru for that purpose. He uses sadhu for that purpose, to speak to us. So to ignore that and think that we can do everything in our own way, not proper. Missed opportunity, great misfortune. So please take it seriously. Devotees are happy when you take it seriously. When you take their word seriously, because it is not their word. They speak on behalf of Guru, they speak on behalf of Krishna. And only trying to fulfill Krishna's desires, Krishna's will, they are acting in that way. Surrender means that you have no independent movement, no independent thought. Hard to understand, but that is yoga. That is union with God. No independence. No independent being, no independent thinking, no independent acting. That's Sharanagati. Surrender. Surrender to the will of the Lord. Surrender to the will of Guru. That is yoga. And to practice that is actually practicing yoga. They don't know. Those who are practicing yoga, they're trying to control the mind. Trying to control everything from the mind. But they have not controlled their mind. The mind is controlled only when it is submitted to Krishna. That has to be submitted. Yogis submit their senses. Their senses must be controlled by the mind. But then what is the mind controlled by? That must be controlled by Krishna. That is Sharanagati, surrender. And we must aim for that. Devotees are practicing that only, and they're teaching us also to practice that. And together they can have a very happy life, very blissful existence. Because that is the world of God. Jesus taught that. Thy will be done. You know that prayer? Our Father, thy will be done.
Thy kingdom come.
That is heaven. That is the spiritual world. There you will find Satchidananda, eternity, knowledge, and bliss. And much as we energize in this world, it will only be birth, death, disease, old age, and death. So much disease, so much malfunction. It strikes stalking the earth at this time. So many things. We don't even know all the thoughts that are being generated in this world, trying to control this and that, trying to gain power, wealth, control. I'll have to leave that behind and focus on the proper things. That will give benefit to us and to others also. Maximum benefit. Everyone is looking for some benefit for themselves. But here is the chance. This is the maximum benefit you can get. Don't think you'll be the loser. You'll get everything. More than you can imagine. We have very little control over things. The Krishna has complete control. So whatever is wanted, he can arrange. We can't do that. He can do. You know this word, ahankar? Huh?
Yes.
Tony, you know that word? Ahankar?
Oh, me, ahankar?
Yes.
Ahankar, yes. Ahankar means pride. Proud? Ahankar, right? Is it Hindi word?
Yeah.
He says that
Ahankar is pride. Pride. Pride.
Was it? What did you say?
Ahankar means pride. Pride.
Pride.
Pride.
Okay. Well, ahang means I and kar means karma.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay. And it's also mean pride, but it's mean ahankar. I am the doer.
Yeah.
Karma is activity. I am the active one. I am the doer.
Yeah. It's a
That-
pride statement. Proud statement.
And if you are very proud, you think I can do everything. I can do whatever I want. This is pride. Humility means something else. That I am under the control. I'm not the actor. I'm not the doer. I am the puppet. I am the wooden doll, and I can't move unless my puppeteer moves me. That's humble. That is lost. That is real humility, perfect humility. Under the direction of Gurudev, we move or don't move. Under the order of Krishna, under the order of Guru, we do our activities. As long as we remain in the mentality of ahankar, that I am the doer, then I will get the karma. Whatever I do, I will get the result. But if you are doing things in the duty line of duty, what Guru Deva said, what Krishna has said, there's no karma. Just like the soldier, he goes to war, he kills somebody. You can sit. Can you hear me? You can sit down.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, you understand? The soldier goes to war and he kills somebody. But how does he kill somebody? His commander told him, "Go, you must kill the enemy." Now, is he a murderer? Is that soldier considered a murderer?
No.
No. And Krishna told Arjuna to fight and to kill so many people. He had to fight and kill so many people. Is Arjuna responsible for that death? No, Krishna told him. When the soldier kills in the war, he doesn't come home and they say, "Oh, you are a murderer." No, they say you are a hero. You follow the order and enrich your own life to follow the order. He becomes a greatly glorified person. So that ahankar means, yes, I've killed so many people, and thinking in a very proud way that I did this, I did that. No, you were following order, or should be, and not mercilessly killing others, but only under order of trying to protect, preserve the kingdom, preserve your country, preserve freedom, preserve the rights of others. Then you're not considered murderer. In the same way, Krishna considers us devotees if we follow his will. And if we don't, we are considered criminals. That is a criminal who is not following the will of the Lord. Not following the will, as is explained by his devotees. We have no excuse. I don't know what the will of God is. Krishna tells us, my devotee is in my heart, and my heart is in the devotees. And devotees are in my heart. I am in the heart of my devotees, and devotees are in my heart. Therefore, there's no difference between their will and my will. And not their will, actually, it's my will. I've already surrendered to me. And they are speaking on my behalf, correcting on my behalf, everything. So it's not difficult to understand. Of course, we have to have faith. And whom we put our faith in, that has to be based upon our understanding. We have to inquire, have to use our intelligence. Where do we put our faith? It may not only be in one devotee, there may be others also who are very pure in heart, and we have to respect them equally. I should not be discriminating in that case. Krishna is everywhere. He can be in everyone's heart. And who is always remembering Krishna? He's always seeing Krishna in everyone's heart. So Krishna is always advising him. Anyhow, that was the thing I was thinking about today when I heard that Ajay Prabhu and you others were coming. How important it is to understand devotees and our relationship to them. Or does Tony have any question?
No, I do not. Not right now. Maybe later on, as I go
Okay.
through. Yeah, I'm too new to the program. Thank you.
As much as possible, try to associate with the devotees.
Yes, sir.
As much as possible. And read and chant. Are you chanting?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Join in the kirtan. Teresa, you're always very quiet. Don't have so many questions either. You understand everything?
I won't say that I understand everything, but I don't have any questions right now.
Okay. And now Jay is a very good devotee. He knows everything.
No, Maharaja, I don't think.
Ajay, a couple of weeks ago, Ajay was at a japa retreat where they chanted 32 rounds and they read about Bhagavatam and Jiva Goswami and Rupa Goswami, and they heard Hari Katha from one Maharaj,
Rompad.
Rampad Maharaj in ISKCON.
Okay.
So he got to hear a lot of nectar from Bhagavatam.
Yes. Yes, everything depends upon the devotee. How much does he how much does he realize? How much does he know? To that degree, we can also get that realization. Everything depends on the devotee in whom we are putting our faith. The proper conception. We can get something from everyone. And according to their realization, we will get that much also. So to not just the sound, not that we are just repeating some sound. The name of Krishna, and not just some sound. The essential part is the conception. What do we conceive when we say Krishna? What is the Krishna conception? ISKCON, in ISKCON they also tell that there is the Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam Adhikari. There's distinction in the devotees. Kanishta, Madhyam, and Uttam. What do you call it? Primary devotee. Madhyam means middle devotee, and Uttam
class,
higher. What's that?
third class, second class, first class.
You can say like that also. But primary means who's starting out. Madhya means who's reached the middle platform of understanding. And Uttam means the highest platform. And Sridhar Maharaj explained once, he said, these three types of devotees are like one who is standing, the primary, is standing in this world and looking up toward the spiritual world and directing others there. And he is not got out of the material world himself, but he is looking to the spiritual world and directing others in that way. What he has learned from Shastra, Guru, and so forth, is teaching that. But he himself is in the standing in the material world and preaching. Then there are others who have one foot in the spiritual world and one foot here. They know what the spiritual, have some realization of what it is, what the spiritual world is. But at the same time, they have some leftover conception in this world. One here, one there. And they can also teach us. They are a little higher because they have some realization of what the higher reality means. And then the Uttam Adhikari, he has both feet in the spiritual. He knows what is what. But he is looking down here at the material conditioned souls and trying to bring them up. So Bhagavad Gita describes this as Tattva Darshan. Tadviti pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadakshanti te jnanam jnaninais Tattva Darshana. Inquire from the Tattva Darshana. Those who have some realization of what is the Tattva, what is the truth. Those who have realization of that, they can give us the most benefit, the maximum benefit, and bring us up to that plane. According to our Sukriti, according to our merit, we can come in contact with the different levels of devotees also. And then when who are very fortunate, they can get that highest realization. And we're all trying. All are trying their best. And the sincerity that we have, that is the most important thing. This one, that one, however, is higher or lower. The main thing is our own sincerity. If we are sincere, everything will go according to the best best fulfillment we are meant to achieve in this world. And it all depends on Krishna. We are depending on him. He is moving us here and there. He has his plan all worked out for everything and everyone. We're just running after the higher devotees and calling Krishna, Krishna, you have Krishna. Please give to me something which you have. That is our highest aspiration.
Maharaj, who made the distinction? Is it Prabhupada made the distinction, or does it came from Prabhupada, like higher, middle devotee?
What's this again?
Uh, as you mentioned, Madhyamadikar, the distinctions of devotees, right? Uh,
Yes,
is it came from Prabhupada or somebody else introduced it?
came from Prabhupada.
Yeah, does it? It came from Prabhupada or somebody else introduced that distinction?
Uh,
Means,
uh,
does it came from Prabhupada? Prabhupada mentioned that Madhyamadikari or somebody else mentioned that.
oh yes, this is in the scripture. Prabhupada mentioned it. You find this in the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Uh,
Especially it is explained there.
mhm.
You have not seen that before or
I,
heard that?
I have seen it. I have seen it. Yeah,
Yes.
but
Yes, that is. Prabhupada has taught that. Sridhar Maharaj has taught that. All Vaishnavacharyas have taught this. Have taught this. We don't. We're not creating some concoction from somewhere else. We can understand if we meet someone, some devotee, they are speaking some Krishna Katha, what level they have reached from what they're explaining. Just like when I was in ISKCON, I was hearing about Krishna consciousness. We all learn about Krishna consciousness when we are in ISKCON. And then when I came to Sridhar Maharaj, I learned about Radha Dasya, Radharani.
Mhm.
He's not talking about, he's talking about Krishna consciousness also, but he's also talking about Radha Dasya. Then I went to look in Prabhupada's books, and there it is also explained about Radha Dasya. You look, Krishna, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is all there,
Mhm.
Radha Dasya. Prabhupada is explaining that too, but to me, the emphasis was on Krishna consciousness, how to become Krishna conscious, not how to become Radha conscious, or how to serve Radharani. Not devotees generally don't think like that. I feel in ISKCON, not many understand that idea. But for Sridhar Maharaj, that was very clear, and he made it very clear to us. Then some different emphasis is there. See?
Maharaj, your hand is blocking the camera.
I'm sorry.
Your hand is
Oh,
blocking the camera.
oh, I say sorry. I don't know. This is very difficult to handle this bag.
Mhm.
It's very small.
Yeah.
So yeah, emphasis is different. So in Sridhar Maharaj's mission, then the emphasis is on Radha Dasya. And so do you know the difference? Huh? Have you learned from any ISKCON
I heard
gurus? You
uh,
heard it. What
uh,
they,
I
what,
heard Radha is more merciful than Krishna.
I'm sorry?
Radha Mata is more merciful than Krishna.
Radharani Merciful.
Yeah.
Radharani is the highest devotee.
Mhm.
Krishna is not a devotee. He is whom we devote ourselves to.
Hmm.
But Radharani is a devotee. No?
Yes. Yes.
Right? She is the highest devotee.
Yes.
Who wants to become a devotee? They can worship Krishna or they can worship Radharani. If they want to be a devotee, the worship of Radharani will help them more because she is a devotee. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? If you have a choice between Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then what is the difference? Huh? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a devotee. He is Krishna in the form of a devotee of Krishna. So what if he is in the form of a devotee of Krishna? He is the highest. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the highest devotee. But that's also Radharani. Radharani is the highest devotee. And Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna in the form of Radharani. No?
Yeah.
Radha and Krishna combined. It's both them. And we are worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because that is devotees' aspiration to become like that. Not to become like that, but to serve them. Because Radharani's mentality is that she's trying to please Krishna. And she is so much interested in pleasing Krishna that if some other devotee comes who can please Krishna better than she can, or has some hope of pleasing Krishna better than her, you know what she does? She encourages, go to Krishna. You go to Krishna. You are trying to serve him, and you think you can do better than me, then please do that. She is encouraging those who are trying to serve Krishna. The other one, Chandravali. You know Chandravali?
No.
Never heard of Chandravali. She's another competitor of Radharani in the spiritual world. She has the idea, I am the best servant of Krishna. Nobody else can serve Krishna better than me. So, that type of devotee is also there. But Radharani's only business is to please Krishna. She doesn't want to accept any honor for herself. If she can please Krishna, she's satisfied. And if someone else can please Krishna more than her, because her interest is not getting some satisfaction for herself, but in satisfying Krishna, she's ready to promote that devotee ahead of herself. There's no envy in her. Where Chandravali has some envy. No, I want to be the best servant. I don't want anyone else to have that position. Okay. How much devotion is represented by Radharani? We can see just from that example. So we have to know these things, first of all. We have to have some conception of these things. Then we can see what type of devotee are we approaching. What type of devotee what is that devotee presenting as far as conception of the higher world is concerned. There are differences. And the emphasis may be the same thing generally, but the emphasis will be slightly different. So one time I asked Sridhar Maharaj, I said, Maharaj, do you think Prabhupada would be pleased if we are coming to you for instruction outside of ISKCON? What is the benefit? He told, when you are if you are looking at anything, do you do it with one eye or two? You do it with two eyes, no? And each eye has a separate vision, actually, not exactly the same. They're at a different angle. It allows, actually, it's what two eyes, which allows 3D, three-dimensional vision. One eye can't see three dimension. Two eyes can see three dimension. So when you have more than one instructing guru, it is not something bad. You'll see more deeply, from more perspective, and have a better vision that way. And not something bad, and not something disloyal. You don't stop. You have another eye. You don't stop seeing from the first eye. Both are working together. And there you got some deeper vision, higher vision, more greater understanding, more great chance for greater love also.
Yeah. But Maharaj, if one eye is working independently, another eye is working independently, then
Huh?
if two eyes are working in coordination, then only the
Yeah,
benefit will happen.
yes.
If one eye is working independently,
No,
another
no,
eye is
no,
working
no, no.
independently,
That won't work.
then that will not work.
Yes. We don't want to oppose one eye opposed to the other. Harmonious, cooperated. Huh?
Yeah.
Unity and difference. Unity and difference. So, if you are fortunate, you have good association, and then can come in contact with the higher conception, then that is our benefit. Our benefit. We can make further progress, and we should always be making progress. Always think about our progress in spiritual life. Don't remain static in one place. Progressive realization in spiritual life is also there. We can progress higher and higher. And what does that mean? Higher and higher realization. More and more surrender. Surrender means not relying on independent will, but giving our will to Krishna. I want to do your will. Allow me to come into your contact and your service. And Krishna doesn't always have to listen to us. That is another thing. Krishna may not give us any entrance to his world. As much as we surrender is not depending on us, depending on him. Don't think, oh, I have surrendered so much. I've given up so much. Then I have to get this much in return. No. His will, as he wishes.
In
And
Bhagavad
we,
Gita, Maharaj, in Bhagavad Gita,
yeah,
Krishna mentioned, right, how much a devotee put effort,
yes.
he will
Ye
respond.
ye tamam prapadyante.
Yeah.
Tam sataiva bhajamiham. As you surrender to me, I reward you accordingly.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to.
He doesn't. But Krishna promised. So
He,
Krishna never
uh,
breaks his promise.
that is the law book. Yeah, the Gita is like a law book. You know, when Krishna came 5,000 years ago, there were two Krishnas. They came. Two Krishnas came. One was the Yuga avatar, when Krishna says, what is that? Pritranaya Sarunam Vinasaya Chatuskan.
Yeah.
That's the Yuga avatar. The Krishna of the Bhagavad Gita is the Yuga avatar. What he said there is as the Yuga avatar, according to the laws of spiritual life. But he also came as Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna and the gopis in Vrindavan. He came to dance with the gopis. That is not the Bhagavan and the Bhagavad Gita. They're different. They're the same, but actually different. Bhagavan Krishna and Swayam Bhagavan is called Swayam Bhagavan, was dancing with the gopis. He doesn't care about this world. He's enjoying. He's enjoying his lila. He doesn't come here to destroy the demons. He comes there to love the gopis, to dance with the gopis. That is Govinda. So there are two Krishnas. So that one who's coming and saying, I promise you this, I promise you that, that is not Swayam Bhagavan. He has nothing to do with what you promise, what he promises or you want. He is enjoying there with the gopis. And they who have pure love for Krishna without any expectation of reward for what they are doing, have submitted themselves entirely unto his pleasure, whether it comes or not. to them. They are the higher. Mhm. They're the higher devotees. And those who are looking, oh Lord, you promised to protect me. Where are you? No, no interest in their own self. One time, and I think maybe in Rupa Goswami's writings, it is mentioned that when Radha and Krishna are together, and some sweat forms on their foot, the manjaris are the gopis, the smaller gopis. They are ready to kill, to die 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000 times they're ready to die, give up their life, just to remove that drop of sweat from Krishna's lotus feet. That is that higher plane. Vrindavan. They have no other expectation for themselves. Nothing. They want nothing. Their only existence is remembering and serving Krishna. They have no other existence other than that. All other so-called existence is garbage for them. So this is what progress in spiritual life means: to know where you are, to know what is there and what level you are aspiring for, and what degree of surrender you have achieved in your life.
Maharaj, I have a doubt. Can I ask? Yeah. I saw in Facebook, Maharaj, somebody shared Bhakti Nirmal Maharaj quoting about Nam Hata. Like he mentioned ISKCON stolen Nam Hata from Bhakti Vinod Thakur. The word, we don't use the word Nam Hata. ISKCON stolen that word from Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So after reading that, I did not felt nice, Maharaj. I felt I don't know how it will be a stolen thing. From the grandfather, it goes to the son. From son, it goes to his sons. So how it will be a stolen thing? I didn't understand, Maharaj.
Who told it was stolen?
Srila Acharya Dev.
Who
Acharya Maharaj.
told we stole Namhata from Bhakti Vinod?
There's some quote where Srila Acharya Maharaj told that ISKCON stole the word Namhata from Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and then he said that Srila Govinda Maharaj gave a different name for Sri Chaitanya Saraswati, that it's called Krishna Nagula Sangan or something like that, instead of Namahat.
Am I still on?
Yeah.
I'm still connected with you.
Yeah.
Somehow I lost the screen. Oh, there it is. I don't know. I didn't hear that before. 1 second. That Acharya Maharaj said we stole Namhata. ISKCON stole Namhata from Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and they used the Krishna Nushilan Sangha. Is that it?
And that's what Govinda Maharaj gave. Yeah.
And he's using Krishna Nushilan Sangha.
Yes.
I don't know what context to use that in. What is the context?
I'm trying to find it now, Maharaj.
What I remembered, Maharaj, some devotee asked about use the word Nam Hata. So
Okay.
Then Maharaj mentioned that we don't use that word. Nam Hata, ISKCON people stolen that word from Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So we have a different word. I think Sridhar Maharaj gave a different word. Yeah.
I have it, Maharaj. Can I read the article real quick?
Okay.
Okay. A devotee asks, okay. The devotee says, please accept my Danavat Pranam. I am good, happy to see you. Then Maharaj asks, do you live alone? And the devotee says, yes, I always try to be with devotees. I try to attend Namahatas. And then Srila Acharya Dev says, Namahata is ISKCON. We do not say Namahata. Do you know the name of our Namahata? Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sankirtan Mahamandal. Gurudev gave this name. When I started Mahamandal preaching, I once used this name Namahata in front of Gurudev. And Gurudev told me, do not use this name. This is ISKCON name. I will give another. At that time, he told this name, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sankirtan Mahamandal. Actually, this name, Namahat, was used by Srila Bhakti Vedanta Thakur, and later ISKCON stole this name. It is true, everybody knows this. Srila Bhakti Vinod first started Namahatas in Godrum Dweep, and ISKCON started using that name, which means they stole the name. So Gurudev told me directly not to use the name that ISKCON uses. He told me to use the name Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sankirtan Mahamandal. We print this name in our brochures, and some centers which I started afterwards are also called Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sankirtan Mahamandal.
Okay. No, I don't know why they're saying like that, Prabhu. I don't know. I never heard from anything from Sridhar Maharaj, Govind Maharaj, even Acharya Maharaj, why that is the case. I don't know, honestly speaking. But Namahata means the marketplace, huh? Marketplace of the holy name.
Yeah.
And
Nagar Sankirtan. Yeah.
do
You're right.
you know that?
Yeah, Nagar
Huh?
Sankirtan. Nagar Sankirtan, right?
Marketplace.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Does it mean Nagar Sankirtan, Maharaj?
who?
He's asking if Namahata means Nagar Sankirtan.
Namahata means the marketplace
Yeah,
of the holy name.
Nagar Sankirtan is when you go do kirtan in the streets.
In the marketplace.
The marketplace of holy name is
The idea is this. Idea is found in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. That the marketplace, I've come to sell name of Krishna. I've come to sell some very valuable thing. I have some very valuable thing to sell. To give means that he wants others to purchase the name. Purchase the name doesn't mean money. All you need is your sincerity. But you have to purchase that. I'm coming to this marketplace. I have a very valuable thing to purchase this name. Means only you need your faith, your surrender, like that. Then you can have this very valuable gift. When Sanatan Goswami, the story is that he was meditating in the forest and on the name, holy name, and he had this with him some touchstone, and the word got around that Sanatan was there with his touchstone, and you can get the most valuable thing if you go there and see him. He had the most valuable thing, this touchstone, and he was there chanting the name. But anyhow, these people, one person went there. Sanatan, I heard you had the most valuable thing in the world. I'd like to have that thing. And Sanatan said, yes, you can have that, no problem. And he said, oh, please, thank you. Where is that? And then he said, over there in the pile of rubbish. You are keeping the most valuable thing in the rubbish? Yes. I heard you had the most valuable thing and you are keeping it in the rubbish. And then you are giving it to me so easily like that? What kind of great saint are you that you don't even give consideration to these valuable things? He realized how renounced he must be. Anyhow, honestly, that because he was a saint, he could not lie. If someone asked him for something, he gave it. So that man went and he took that touchstone with him, and he could make everything turn to gold. But then he was thinking, when he went with that touchstone, if this is the most valuable thing and he has no use for it, what kind of valuable thing does he really have? Huh? Like, what could be more valuable than this stone, which is just giving away like that, like garbage? What more does he have that he is relishing? So he went back to Sanatan and he told, I have the holy name. It is more valuable than any touchstone in the world. And this will give you a complete freedom and fulfillment in your whole life that you cannot reach in eternity, that you cannot reach in any other way, no matter how many touchstones you have. Millions of touchstones will not be equal to this one holy name. So that was being sold in the marketplace, that most valuable thing. And the only requirement was love, love for God, faith in the holy name, and not considering anything else valuable. I like that. That's the Namahata, where people buy things of all types of nature. It means they are looking for things, willing to invest their lives in so many different things. But the name is there also, and that is the highest investment. We should invest in that. That will be our most intelligent, the most perfect thing we can do. So now, that name was given by Bhakti Vedanta Thakur. Has that meaning? And I don't know why we don't say that, but anyhow, if that's what our Gurudev told, for some reason there must be there. I have not heard it explained. So we have to accept. That's all. I don't care.
Yeah.
They're not so important to me. What's that?
That
Why
disturbed.
why he said stolen, that's another thing. I don't know
Yeah.
why that would be
Because,
also.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sure.
I can look further into it, or anyone can try to discover more about that. Sometimes devotees have some misunderstanding of things or see things in a different way. I realize that. But these are minor things, not major things. And sometimes they are major also. But that doesn't mean that there are no contradictions. And Krishna, we find all kinds of contradictions.
Maharaj?
That is the nature of the infinite. If the infinite can only be one way and not another way, then it's not infinite because of limitation. So in the infinite, there must be contradiction. And if we don't see things in the contradictory way, then we don't understand Krishna.
Maharaj, I read like
Huh?
we should not blaspheme any Vaishnava. That's biggest Vaishnava aparad. So
I
is
didn't
it?
hear. What is
Uh,
that?
I felt anything we should.
He
A
said
devotee.
we should not blaspheme any Vaishnava. That is Vaishnava aparad.
Yes. Yes. That will be offense. Krishna is within everyone's heart. If we blaspheme anyone, we are blaspheming Krishna. That is not to our benefit. Who can see in that way, they are real Vaishnavas. So contradiction is possible. That if we don't admit contradiction, then we don't understand the infinite. We have a small vision, a finite vision of the infinite. We allow Krishna to do everything, even if it's contradictory. That is devotee. The example is given in the Shastra. Guru says it's a rope. And then devotee says, oh, okay, let me pick it up. No, and then the Guru says, no, it's a snake. Put it down. Disciple doesn't say, oh, no, you told me it was a rope. Then I'm going to pick it up. No, you have to follow what Guru says, even if it's contradictory. That is surrender to Guru. You know that story?
Yeah, Maharaj. I think you mentioned before. I
Oh,
remember you
that's
mentioned.
it.
Yeah.
So that is how we approach the spiritual plane. We can't give limitations on the infinite. Only when we understand things in their contradiction and harmony, then we understand properly. That is a Chincha Beta Beta Tattva. So don't come in an ordinary way to think about Krishna. You come to the spiritual line, and with ordinary thinking, you'll be defeated. Your mind will not allow. Give up your mundane thinking. Put full faith in Guru and Krishna. You'll understand everything very nicely, and your heart will be satisfied. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
You wanted to say something? Krishna Keshav?
Just about the contradiction. Sometimes Srila Acharya Dev would bring up that in one part of the scripture, Krishna says, he says, like he'll give a materialist everything that they want except for his lotus feet. And then in another part of the scripture, he says, they don't know what they're seeking. Even if they're seeking all these material things, instead, I will just give them my lotus feet. So he says like that. And then so Acharya Dev would say, so do we think that he is just making no sense, or how can we harmonize this conception in the Chincha Beta Beta Tattva?
Anyhow, yes, it's always there. Just like we were talking about Yeya Tamam Prapadyante. As you surrender to me, I reward you accordingly. But then I told, but Krishna doesn't treat his devotees like that. That's to encourage those who are becoming devotees. But Krishna can treat his devotees any way he wants. He doesn't have to reward them. And devotees don't mind. Actually, he can punish them. And they don't mind. Mahaprabhu told us, Shri Shiva Padavratam Pinashtumam Adarshanam Mamahatam Karotuva. If you make yourself visible before me or not, you're always my Lord. You are unconditionally my Lord. You don't have to appear before me if you don't want to. My whole life I can spend serving you, loving you, adoring you, praising you. And if you never want to show your face to me, I leave that to you. I don't change my mind. I don't change my heart. So that kind of unconditional, ahoitaki apratiyata, as he explained, and pure devotion is ahoitaki apratiyata, uninterruptible, unconditional, unmotivated, and uninterrupted, whatever the circumstances. But being a devotee is a hard task, can be a hard task. But devotees are always happy. They're always praying, dear Lord, you can put me in heaven or hell, whatever you like. Just don't let me forget you. That's the devotee's prayer. Don't let me ever forget you, because that will be too much. That I could not tolerate. But otherwise, you can give me a hellish condition, or whatever condition you like, then as long as I don't forget you. Sometimes harder to remember Krishna when you're in opulent condition, luxurious condition. We sometimes can forget Krishna easier than when we were in hardship, difficult situation. Queen Kunti prayed like that. Now, don't give me a luxurious position because I forget you. Give me a hard position, difficult position. Then I can always remember you. Like that. They don't want anything else but that. Remembering. Grant that I may love you always, then do with me what you want. This is the nice prayer of a devotee I heard once. Grant that I may love you always, and do whatever you want to me. Very good, huh? So we have to hear these things. We have to learn about these things also on our spiritual life. Very nice. Thank you for participating here. Now you're going to take prasad?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. Okay. I won't keep you. My humble dandavats.
Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai. Bhakti Vedanta ki jai. Or Bhakti Vedanta ki jai. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Dhanavats Maharaj.